Excessive uterine bleeding refers to prolonged bleeding, excessive bleeding, or extremely heavy periods. This can be due to fibroids, cysts, endometriosis, and various hormonal changes. Fortunately, acupuncture and herbs can work really well in treating all of these gynecological issues. I'd like to share with you some cases I've treated in my practice to show just how effective acupuncture and herbs can be when treating gynecological issues. I'm currently treating a 48-year-old female with uncontrolled uterine bleeding. She came in July 29th, 2020, and stated that she has had prolonged bleeding since March 2020. So that's almost 4 months of continual bleeding. She's not even sure when her period starts and ends because it's just been a steady flow. And so she was starting to feel very fatigued. Patient was diagnosed with fibroids in her 20s and also had a few cysts in her ovaries, about 4 to 5 millimeters on each side. And this was diagnosed in 2017 as being benign. She has had heavy bleeding as a problem and had sought acupuncture with a different practitioner to manage her symptoms. The periods are accompanied with blood clots, but no cramping, thankfully. She has some low back pain. So patient came in for her first acupuncture treatment on July 29th, and she came back again a week later on August 5th, also again on August 12th. So 1 time a week for the next 2 weeks. Just after those 3 treatments, patient reported that her bleeding became more sporadic and no longer constant. Patient had also mentioned that she had had hemorrhoids for the past 4 to 5 years, and they were really starting to bother her along with her bleeding. She did have some bleeding with her defecation and with her bowel movements. She said the pain level was about a 6 out of 10 and that it would come and go throughout the day. By her second treatment, her pain level was already down to a 4 out of 10. By her third treatment on August 12th, she no longer complained of any more pain. So speaking of hemorrhoids, I had another 37-year-old pregnant patient when she came in, and she complained about hemorrhoids for years. And she wanted to make sure during her pregnancy that it wouldn't get aggravated, and obviously we wanted to protect her delivery so that there's no excessive bleeding or pain in that area. I'm happy to announce that we managed her hemorrhoids along with a lot of her other pregnancy symptoms like low back pain and digestive issues very well throughout her pregnancy. Because of her continual care and maintenance with acupuncture, the hemorrhoids were not aggravated during her delivery, and she rebounded really quickly. And now she barely has any issues at all, and she's happy and enjoying being a new mom. We've been supporting her through her postpartum months with other issues now like breastfeeding and other new mom aches and pains. But going back to my first patient with the excessive bleeding, I believe she had several reasons for her bleeding. As I stated earlier, she was diagnosed with fibroids and cysts and also endometriosis, which are all factors to her excessive bleeding. However, she was also reporting that she was experiencing hot flashes 4 to 5 times a day and even some night sweating occasionally. So this automatically indicated to me that there was some hormonal imbalances going on. This patient was 48 years old, so she was approaching menopause. So that's definitely something we discussed and that we would continue to work on as well. Fibroids and cysts can effectively be treated using acupuncture and Chinese herbs. I treated another 31-year-old female with ovarian cysts back in August 2015. Patient had an ovarian cyst rupture and she ended up in the hospital. Prior to the rupture, she was starting to have light brown thick discharge for a couple of days. She also had another cyst rupture, and according to an ultrasound, there were other cysts that were starting to form. Since her hospital visit with the ruptured cyst, her periods had become irregular and prolonged, every 40 to 43 days instead of her normal 30-day cycles. So I put the patient on a 1 to 2 time a week treatment plan for 13 treatments. After 13 treatments, the patient got an ultrasound and it came back cyst-free. And obviously she was ecstatic about her results, and so was I. I had another 40-year-old patient who dealt with PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, for years. She had been a long-time patient of mine, and so by the time she reached 40, she decided she wanted to get pregnant. She had also ended up in the hospital a couple of times due to her cysts rupturing. When she stated she wanted to get pregnant, at 39 years old, we discussed that she needed to regulate her hormones and get her cysts managed so that she can get pregnant. We had been treating her for a lot of other pre-existing conditions like jaw pain and stress relief. This was a very long time patient and she was very committed. So she showed up one time a week for almost a year, and she no longer has any more cyst issues. And on top of that, I'm so happy to announce that she's pregnant into her second trimester already. With the help of acupuncture and herbs, she's been able to, manage her cysts, her PCOS, and successfully get pregnant at 40 years old. I've listed just a few gynecological and urogenital issues that I've treated here at Healing with Zen. Obviously, there's many more cases and a wide array of other gynecological issues that acupuncture and Chinese medicine can help with. So if you know anybody that might need some help, or if it's you yourself dealing with some hormonal issues, please reach out to us. I or any one of our acupuncturists would love to help you. Our phone number is 626-377-9596. You can find more of our case studies and testimonials and more general information about acupuncture for gynecological, urogenital, or any other health condition on our website, which is www.healingwithzen.com. Thank you for listening, and I hope to meet you soon.